Hello everyone, my name is Katie Jackson and this is my presentation on my chosen genre, which is drama, as you can see. So throughout this presentation I'm going to discuss the genre I've chosen, the conventions of it, and with that the importance of trailers to audiences and institutions. Drama. To tell the honest story of human struggles. The main aspects of this genre seem to be real life problems and emotional, real themes, things that people can relate to, the audiences can empathise with the characters and really get engaged with. In terms of a subgenre, tragedy interested me the most, and I think it's important to pick something that interests you. I like the idea of something that's thought-provoking and that makes people think, why did they act that way, why is this being shown this way, why? Okay, so why did I choose drama? Drama is such a broad genre. So many drama films are not just drama. For example, The Double is drama and thriller. Drama is often paired with something because then this genre can bounce off another genre and you can use the themes from both the genres and a lot more can be explored within the film or trailer in this case. So because it can be so broad, it tends, especially for more independent films, to focus on the more violently truthful sort of themes, for example like violence, drugs, alcohol abuse, whatnot. So in terms of classification, my trailer would most likely be at least a 12, my target audience being teenagers and young adults. I aim to target young adults and teenagers by creating a trailer that relate to them, that they can think about in their own lives possibly, and make them think in a different way about certain things. Dyer's utopian theory. So I'll either subvert this or sustain it depending on how the audience kind of thinks about the trailer, as they'll either use the characters and completely escape from real life, or they might instantly link these characters with their own lives and then start thinking about themselves. That completely kind of depends on personally how they react to the trailer. The culmination theory, I'm going to try and avoid this because it kind of brings back into the mundane thing of watching trailers and know what's going to happen. I want to try and create something that's new and original and makes you think and that you don't expect. So this again will entice the audience and intrigue them and make them want to watch it all and not just click off and go on something else. This again could make my target audience even larger, which is obviously important. Therefore, I think with a good idea, I could definitely have a good stab at making a trailer that could fit perfectly into the market for young adults and teenagers. So codes and conventions. Themes. I intend to follow as many of the themes as I can without, as I've said before, being too mundane and conventional, I guess, as that is pretty boring and predictable for teenagers and young adults who already watch probably tons of films. They don't just want to see something they've seen again. As you can see on the slide, it's conventional to have character development, use lots of real life themes, as I mentioned before, alcohol abuse and whatnot. An example that uses these kind of themes is Juno, is there's teenage pregnancy, and that can happen a lot in areas for teenagers. Typically there's a journey shown throughout, some kind of development, as I said, and that kind of thing. Characters. For my film, I think I'll personally probably have very little characters, as I want to focus on them and their development, and with that the relationships between each other in terms of the characters. It's conventional for the characters to be easily accessible to the audience, or for the audience, and again to have character development. There is a lot of self-reflection, I think, involved in drama. For example, The Double, he has a doppelganger, and that is kind of self-reflection, but what's interesting about it is the audiences don't really know if it's self-reflection or not, or if this is actually another person. It's really confusing and it's kind of a bit mentally hard to watch, but it's really great and it's insightful and it's good and it's fresh and it's really good, and I'm not reviewing it, I'm talking about this. Generally in a lot of these kinds of films the character will have an epiphany near the end of the film, everything will be good, but again, as this is tragedy that I want to go for, they tend to kind of lead in something distressful and not very nice, so I'm going to have to think about whether I want to follow the tragedy side of it or the drama side of it. In terms of location, realistic setting is absolutely key. For example, this is England, it was filmed in some town in the Midlands, and that's great because it's real, like a lot of people live in the Midlands or just live in towns generally. Obviously for me it's less likely to be a film set, I wouldn't be able to access a film set and it wouldn't really give off the right vibe because then I'd have to spend a lot of money on location stuff and it probably wouldn't seem so real as using a real place. In addition to that, thinking logistically, I need to get somewhere that I can actually get permission to film. That's incredibly important. So trailers are incredibly important to audiences. I think these days consumers do more and more pull marketing, and with that get a lot of push marketing pushed onto them, For example, with YouTube, people watch YouTube so much and they will actively go out and search for trailers, especially people who are interested in movies. But with that, a lot of adverts are going to be chucked in their face that they have to watch at least 5 seconds of, or sometimes the whole advert. And these are often trailers, which is great for institutions to get more profit, but I'll get onto that in a second. So with this population growing up with this technology and this access to these things, I think it will become more and more normal and more I think it'll become more and more important and vital to have these trailers kind of thrown in their face so they know when a film is coming out and they're aware of it. Institutions, I think the main absolute key point for this is their potential to get more and more profit. Institutions love profit, it's the best thing to have, and without a good trailer, not many people are going to know about the film. And if not many people know about the film, no one's going to go and see it, and then box office sales will be like £1, and then they're not going to get any profit, they're going to lose money, and they want to get profit. The profit's really, really important, it's a vital element of promotion, the trailer itself is. Again, as I said, this could make the potential target audience grow, more profit. It also advertises their company. For example, on YouTube, when you get the channels, you might see it says Touchstone Pictures, and someone might be like, oh, well, let's see what else they do, and then look at all their other videos and then go watch all their other films, and then instantly they're hooked and Touchstone Pictures are happy. So basically a trailer will just raise the profile for the film, give the potential for it to go viral, which is also really good, and then, as it all comes down to, increase the profit. So in conclusion, the genre I've picked is drama with the subgenre of tragedy. I intend to follow the codes and conventions so that it's clear what the genre is, so that people who like drama or tragedy films will be enticed, but with that I'll make sure I add twists and don't just do things too conventionally so that it's actually interesting and thought-provoking. I'm also very aware that trailers themselves are very important in terms of audiences and institutions. So yeah, that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for watching.